Akhil is 11 and he's my nephew. And today he's going to help us with the education system of United Kingdom. So unlike India, where we have the common entrance exam to get into a different college or a different school at 10th grade, in the United Kingdom, it is at, year 8. So how it exactly works, let me tell you. So suppose if your child is in grade 1, according to British curriculum, your child is in year 2. So that's the reason why a lot of you who have kids in Cambridge board, you'll be seeing that although your child is in grade 2, but your child is referring to year 3 books. This is the reason why. So here the schools are like, it's divided in, like a primary and a higher grade school. So here the school starts with reception till year 8. So reception is lower kindergarten in Indian level, and year 8 is actually grade 7. So how it works is, suppose if your child, it's year 11 means that your child has to be 11-year-old and your child has to sit for all these exams, and solely on merit basis, depending on the score that your child has got, he's going to get into the best schools in United Kingdom. Specifically here, we are talking about the best schools of London. So again, it would be the choice of the parent. If you want your child to be in a private school, you need to sit for a different set of exams that is known as ISEB. And on the basis of the score that you've got, you're going to get shortlisted and you're going to get the calls from the various schools that is on the top level. Whereas if you want to apply for public schools, you need to just sit for common entrance exam. So here we have Akhil, who's going to tell us how he cracks the exam, because he's got into one of the best private schools in London, that is St. Paul's, and he is also on a wait list in Westminster. So Akhil, hi, we are glad to have you here, and we would love to hear all the strategies that you followed which helped you to crack this exam with flying colors.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you, Akhil. So can you tell us, how did you start the preparation? How well in advance you start the preparation?
So, near to the start of the school year, which was September 2021.
All right.
Last year, I started taking atom learning practice.
Okay.
So, beforehand, we had atom learning for school, but our teachers had to set us work. So I got a home account, and from that I've been doing practice for the ISEBs.
Okay. So Akhil, in which month you are supposed to sit for ISEBs?
So the ISEBs were in November.
2021?
Yeah.
And you started the preparation just 2 months in advance?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Were you able to, was it a stressful situation or you were comfortable with the preparation?
I was comfortable.
All right. So if you can brief us on the course that you have taken, that's an online test series, right?
Yes.
It's called?
It's called Atom Learning, and what it basically is, there are things that you can do on it. So you can do mini tests or you can do mock tests.
Okay.
So what I did was mock tests, which are very similar to the exams.
Okay, so it helped you assess which area you are weak at and then you could work on it.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So according to you, if you understand the concept, all that we need to do is practice questions, right? We don't need to waste time to relearn or re-understand the concept if we know the concept very well.
Yes.
So would you recommend that a lot of practice is required?
It depends on how confident you are.
Okay. How would you define confidence? Anything, according to you, whatever is right, because there's no right and wrong way. What do you think? How would you
if you're worried about the exams, then you're unconfident. And if you're completely fine and just thinking of the daily life, for example, if there's a sport match going on and you want to watch it, then you're confident
All
instead of
right.
doing
So,
work.
okay, that's pretty good. What do you think you are good at? Which area you're good at?
My strong subjects are definitely math.
How are
and
you? Yeah, and your weak subject would be?
English.
And why do you think it's weak?
According to all the test scores.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just on the basis of the test scores that you've got.
Yeah.
It might be like, you were not lucky to get known words, known text, known vocabulary, because there are billions of words in a dictionary. So it is not obvious that we would know all of them, right? So if I look at this particular situation, I'm sounding confident. But if I look at it, oh, I don't know, then I'm underconfident. It's just the way we look at things. Don't you think so?
Yeah, but
I interrupted you. Tell me. Yeah.
It's not luck, the question. So it's an online
Okay. How
website,
does it work?
and it works by, if you go on a mock test, you choose your test: English, math,
Okay.
non-verbal reasoning, verbal reasoning, and then from that you can you get questions, and depending on if you get it right or wrong, you get harder questions. So, and if you were to get the first questions wrong, it would take a long time to get harder questions and a better score in the end.
All right. That's how they put the score up there, and that's how they mark you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And why do you think your math is strong?
I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I think
I have seen. I have seen that you were. Yeah, you love math, because I could see when you were solving certain questions, you were better than me. You were able to. It was like silly questions. So, guys, the question that we're talking about requires AP and GP, which is arithmetic progression and geometric progression, which we study in 11th grade. But if we use our logic, that's what he used, he was able to crack it. So the question, do you remember which question we're talking about? 1 to 100, the sum of odd numbers, the difference of odd and even number would be what? And the answer was 50. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was not able to understand that, guys, and he helped me there. And I was like, oh, really? So, Akhil, whom would you like to give credit for the entire preparation? Who helped you to, prepare for your exam?
A lot of people. Mostly my parents.
All right.
If I had to thank one person, I think it would be my dad.
All right. Can you share the story with us? How did he help you? The reason why I'm asking, guys, because as I always say through my stories, that parental involvement plays a vital role in a child's education. And I'm sure Akhil's dad is quite busy in his own work, but still he has taken out time every day so that Akhil, is confident and is able to crack his exam. So, Akhil, tell me, how did your dad help you?
So he got me the Atom Learning account, like the home one, so that I could practice, because the school one has limited options. And then he wanted to see how it was, and he actually took all 4 tests.
Himself?
Yes, himself. Okay. And it must have taken him around 2.5 hours altogether.
Thank you.
Kind of, but he wanted to actually know the test, so he knows what I'm doing.
All right. So, do you think your dad is equally good, or you're better than him? That's a tricky question.
He's better.
Papa is better. All right. Okay. So, Akhil, can you tell us about the schools and what schools you have shortlisted for yourself? But I'm sure you would be having a choice for yourself, right? And have you got the school in which you actually wanted to go to,
So originally I wanted to go to St. Paul's,
which
which
you
I
have
got
gotten,
into,
right?
but
Yeah.
now we're thinking that it's a bit too far, and all three of my best friends are going to Westminster, and in fact, one of them, I don't, he thinks that he's not even going to take the exam.
All right.
So right now I want to go to Westminster, and they've said that I'm very high on the waiting list.
All right.
But other than that, I've got into City of London, Merchant Taylors, Haberdashers, St. Paul's, and UCS. And I've
All
got a
right.
waiting list of Highgate.
Okay.
And from that, I've kept Haberdashers and St. Paul's so far and said no to the others. And
Okay.
right now, I'm
You've kept two schools.
yeah.
You've given a green signal to them. So, Akhil, if we talk about the entrance exam and the way how it is conducted there. So first you need to sit for ISEB, and then the schools also, they have their own personal exams, the written exams, and on the basis of that they call you for interview, right?
Yeah. So after the ISCBs, we have common entrance.
All right.
So each school has papers.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, first it's mixed up for some schools, but we do most of the times we do exam then interview.
Okay.
And sometimes the interviews are actually like a whole day out. So
Oh.
for Highgate, first we had a class. So
Okay.
we had a design technology class where we
Okay.
made a light.
All right.
And then after that, we had something to do with Latin.
Okay.
And finally, we had the interview, which it wasn't really an interview. It was actually 3 people, and they wanted to see how we work together. 3 to
Okay, so it was more on teamwork.
Yes. So there wasn't really an interview.
Okay. And the thing that you did with the light, was it an experiment?
No, we made the light. So
You made the light.
The
Okay.
teachers taught us step by step.
All right. So it was just like a classroom environment, and they wanted to check how the child behaves in the class.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So have you just appeared for one interview, or you had a couple of more experiences?
So every school has interviews, and for Merchant Taylors, actually, we had the interview pretty soon. So
Okay.
I think it was in October or November.
All right.
We had the interview before the ISEBs, and so it was online, and yeah. So we had a little bit of practice before that, but not too much.
Okay. Okay. So apart from this, how would you like, what strategies, if you have, like whatever you have done for the preparation, would you like to share that with our followers?
So I would say quite a lot of practice. So what I had to do is, so the night before my St. Paul's interview and exam,
Okay.
I was in Florida.
Oh, wow.
So in Florida, I was practicing interviews with my dad again. So
Okay, that's lovely.
I was pretending that he was the interviewer, and he was interviewing me.
Mm-hmm.
So he interviewed me, and then in the night we were in the airplane, and we were, and then as soon as we were landing, we practiced a bit in the car journey, and quite a lot. So,
that's lovely, that's lovely, Akhil. That's lovely. Thanks for sharing this, because what you're trying to tell us is, if we have exam, it not necessarily mean that you need to study one day before exam. You can have fun and you can even attend the exam, isn't it?
yeah.
You need
Yeah.
to just be in the right mood.
Yes. So also, usually in the car, my dad always takes me to
Mhm.
the exams. So in the car, we do some maths questions to warm me up, and sometimes even interviews.
So, Akhil, generally we do math with pen and paper. And now that you're mentioning you do math when you are in car, how do you do that? Do you do it mentally?
Yeah, mentally. I
You are in, you do math mentally.
Yes. If
That's
if
lovely,
I had
Akhil.
if I had my way, then exams in exams you wouldn't have working out doesn't give you marks.
Can you repeat that? Can you elaborate on what you're saying right now?
So in exams you have to show working out to get even more marks, so the teachers know what
That you've
your
not
thing
copied.
is.
Yeah, yeah.
But if I had my way, I think working out is a waste of time because it just gets in my way. So I work it out in my head quickly, and then I have to think of how to show the working out.
Okay,
If there was
it kills the
no work,
time.
if there was no working out, I'd finish the paper in like half the time.
That is lovely. Thanks for sharing this because I'm sure a lot of kids do how you are doing, and a lot of kids, and I would say me, I can't work mentally. I need to take a pen and paper. Yeah. Is there anything else that you would like to share apart from this?
Uh,
Any future plans? Anything that you've learned in this trip and that you would like to follow when you are at home? What's the one thing that you are definitely going to do when you are in London?
I'm going to forget about all the exams, and I haven't been paying attention to the exams since it was over until here now.
Mm-hmm.
So because I've completely forgotten about literally everything, and
That's okay.
I'm just waiting for Westminster, but just having fun, not waiting.
Okay, that's great, Akhil. That's great. So, do you want to say hi to all your friends who are going to watch it?
I don't think they're gonna watch it because they don't have Instagram.
I'm going to make sure that I send the link to them so that they can tease you in school. That's what mommy does, right, Akhil? So, thank you guys. I hope it helped. I hope it was a great watch. I am sure it might have inspired you that although if we have a brilliant child with us, they do need a parent who's going to guide them. So a parent involvement is the most precious and the most important involvement in our kids. Even though if the child is brilliant, they need assistance from us. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Have a great night. Bye again. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.